do it. Let's do it. We on? What's up, my peeps? Mi gente. Welcome to another edition of the Orti with me, Julian Melendez, on this Monday, this first Monday of November. Man, time just flying. Believe me, I know. So it's been pretty exciting year so far, you know. And those that have been listening to the Orti kind of already know a little bit of me on my situation and what I've been through, and just a little bit. And when I'm here, I don't ask for pittiness or nothing like that. I'm here to give optimism, you know, be optimistic, provide that good knowledge, how to see things in light, even when it's hardships or obstacles in front of you, how to see a path around it, you know. Because like I said, I've been through, I say, a lot of characters, a lot of hardships, and I read a lot of self-help books, which is pretty much what the Orti is all about, you know. I read a lot of self-help books, and I applied them to my situations, my hardship situations where I was at, and they always help me out. And even out here, it helps me out. So I just want to give you a little briefness about this, what the Orti is about, you know. Nothing about who's better or how to do, you know, if this is going to be success. Nah, I'm just relating good message, good positive energy, and hope, you know, some books that help me out during the hardship process, and you know, and relating it to you. And if it helps you in some kind of way, or it might play down the line, then that's good. That's good enough for me, you know. So that's what the Orti is all about, you know. Not about self-pity, not about who, you know, if I'm right or wrong, or if this is going to be successful, you know. I just give my opinion. You guys can receive it how you guys want, but it's just nothing but positive message, you know. So before I go into my discourse of the day, I'm gonna have a couple interviews coming from some strong, positive people coming up, you know. You know, hopefully, you know, crossing fingers. One's a publisher. She has published a book, and it's doing great. She's locally right here from the Coachella Valley. So, you know, we're setting up a date. So we're going to have her come in and, you know, kind of explain how she got into writing, where she gets the inspiration, whatever. I haven't read her book. I'm going to, so I could be kind of, you know, in touch with it. But I'm going to have her. Also, another person, business person who created a business. Not a person who was pretty much get silver spoon in her hand. No, this person made a business and is successful right now, and also in the area. So those right there, that's all about the Orti right there, you know. Just the intellectual, and giving you guys maybe a you know, encouragement, motivation. You know, if you don't believe me, like on my published books, then you can believe another person, you know, someone like you know, the publisher who's doing real good. I'm pretty sure, I haven't talked to her, but I'm pretty sure her answer is going to be like, she probably never thought she was going to be a writer, you know, or maybe I'm wrong, but look she put her thoughts together and made a successful book. And then the business lady, she probably had a lot of obstacles or a lot of naysayers or when when you're going into business or building a business, you gotta take risk financially, and I'm pretty sure that crossed her mind also. So we're gonna hear all that. We're gonna hear all their testimony, their struggle, and how they became successful. And maybe it's gonna touch you guys. So that's coming on the Orti. I'm telling you, man, the Orti's we're gonna get big, man. We're gonna get big, but it comes between you guys following, you guys commenting, you guys sharing, liking, so tell your friends, tell your friends, tell your families, everybody, man. It's nothing but positive message, and my door's always open. You got a comment, a question, anything about a book or anything I said, even if it's bad or negative, tell me. It's all right. I believe me, I could take it, and I'm not a fast to react, or I don't act on, rationally, which is a downfall. If you've been reading the laws of 48, the 48 laws of power, acting rationally is a downfall. You want to observe, constructive criticism. That's what it's all about. So my, comment, like, right here on the views I'm on right now. Let me share it. So yeah, just comment, like, whatever. Even call. You can even call. You can call. Can I, Jay? Yeah, you can call. Ask for the number right here. You know what I mean? Ask for the number on the views right here on the comments. Ask for the number. Call. Say anything. Anything positive, anything negative that you want me to kind of enlighten, or maybe you have a testimony, something good, a quote, a wise quote, anything, man. I'm here. Let's do this. The Orti. So those that were listening, last week. I started doing something new. Like before we go into the discourse, I always said, I'm all about wise quotes. I love wise quotes. Anything, yeah, I start writing them down, or even from a fortune cookie. You know what I mean? I if it's a good one, you know what I mean, I'll write it down. You know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna start doing on the Orti. Before the discourse come up, I'm gonna come up with a nice wise quote. And if you have a good one too, send it in, or tell me about it, and I'll read it and we'll decipher it. And you can tell me, why is it relevant? Why did it help you? So the wise quote of today, which is, what is it? November 4th. November 4th? Yeah, November 4th. First Monday of November, is this quote of the day, quote of the Orti day. So this one's it. It's really good, and it's something we talk about, in that I've been talking about in the past episodes. Those that have been listening. So hopefully it touches you in a way, or it encourages you to see yourself better. I think it will. So it's quote, associate yourself with men of good quality if you esteem your own reputation, for it is better to be alone than in bad company. I'll read it again. Associate yourself with men of good quality if you esteem your own reputation. If you care about your reputation, be with people with good quality people, good energy people, people that are that you could just sharpen, just like the Orti right here. We sharpen each other. That's the kind of people you got to be around with. If you hold your reputation to a certain degree, and you have to, because I preach that reputation is your cornerstone. Reputation is the cornerstone of your life. So protect it with all your life. That's one of the laws in here. So associate yourself with men of good quality if you esteem your own reputation. For it is better to be alone than in bad company. And I a few episodes back, I talked about being alone, like not being alone, but just keeping to yourself. That some people see alone, if they see you alone eating or going out doing whatever alone, they see it, some people see it kind of not pathetic, but like I don't know, like, oh, you don't have no friends, something like that, but don't be ashamed of that. I always preach, like, I'd rather be alone than have like 10 fake ass people, 10 fake snakes, 10 betrayers just ready, you know what I mean, to strike at you when you turn back, disloyal. So I'd rather be alone. Who much better that knows you and that's going to protect you but yourself when you look in that mirror? That's the person you trust the most. That's the person you talk to. That's the person you gotta confide in 100%. And I talked about that. It's better to be alone than in bad company. You be with bad company is, there's another quote that I heard that, how do you expect to see the light if you're surrounded by darkness? That's another quote that just pops up that relates to that. It's just saying, how do you expect to see like good if you're surrounded by darkness, meaning, negative people, chismosas, all that, gossipers, miserable people that just go around just trying to make people fall, trying to degrade people, So it's better to be alone. Don't be ashamed of it, Excel. So that's the quote, the Orti quote of the day right there. All right, now to our discourse. So those, I put it up on my Facebook, what I was gonna kind of discuss today. It's kind of sensitive, I guess, to people. It's gonna be, but hopefully you guys don't see it like that. Just see it as, just see it as, a dialogue of good knowledge. So I wrote that today we'll be discussing probably one of the wisest books I ever read. I read this like about 14 times. A book that's been in the universe for centuries. Until this day, it's still the highest published and book that is read everywhere. And we're talking about the Bible. You don't have to, I know, you don't have to be, believe me, you don't have to be religious. You don't have to be a fanatic, all that, to read the Bible and to know how much wisdom is in here. And even though this book, the good book was written centuries, there's still things that relate to modern times right now. And I'm gonna discuss a couple things that that relate, situations back then that relates to right now, that's relevant right now. From from betrayal, from love, everything in between. It's in the book. It's in the good book. Even from baby mama drama, there's in here. I don't know if those that don't know, there's Abraham and Sarah. Quick story. Abraham and Sarah. It's right here. Sarah was barren. She couldn't bear kids. So she had their maidservant bear a kid with Abraham. And they had a kid. And then Sarah became pregnant. And then Sarah got jealous because Abraham was also being a father to the maidservant's kid, which was his kid. So Sarah told Abraham, "Hey, you gotta tell her to go. I already I was blessed you with the kid, so you got to go." That's baby mama drama. That's back in the days, right there. You know what I mean? I don't know, you see that out there. Two baby mamas going, mad, dislike each other. Same thing. Jealous of each other. Same thing. Look, Abraham and Sarah. So things in the book relate to right now. I read this for maybe 14, 15 times from front to back. Look at all this. There's so much notes in here. There's so many pages missing or teared apart, because this was my faithful book right here. This was sometimes my sword, my protector, my comforter during that whole years incarcerated. I would always resort to the Bible, and there was some times when it got real hectic in there, super hectic, where I was stressed out my mind because a situation was going to occur. And man, I opened the book and I just started praying and reading. And if people in there, if they say they don't, I don't care who you are, when you're incarcerated, people resort to the Bible. They're gonna read it, on hidden. They're gonna read it. They're gonna resort to it. They might not display it, but believe me, they have a Bible somewhere in their property, and they resort to it. Every inmate, I don't care how strong or tattooed they are or whatnot, there's always one in their possession, you know what I mean? Because they resort to it. I did. I believe it comforted me during my struggles. It protected me during some hardship times. It always has the answer. And so I started going through the book, searching for something to encourage everybody out there. And I've been talking about the laws of power and life, and then it's pretty much there hand to hand. Things that are written here are hand to hand with modern times right now. And look at even there's also a story in there about what you do for love in there also. What you do for love out here, you can do untasteful acts for love. In the book right here, and the King David, King David, he was considered the most faithful king of God. I don't want to get real religious, but I'm just telling you stories that relate to now. This was written a long time ago. David, he was the most, the king of God, and he seen a female, Bathsheba, but Bathsheba was married, but he was enthralled by Bathsheba. And we're talking about David, who was a faithful servant of God. A straight disciple. He knew she was married, but what did he do? He wanted her, knowing that she was married, knowing that it was a sin in the eyes of God, you know what I mean? And so he had Bathsheba's husband join the army, and David told his commanders to put Bathsheba's husband on the front lines of the war. Why? So he could be one of the first ones to be killed, and David keeps his wife, and that's what happened. Bathsheba's husband died, and David got Bathsheba. But so, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's stories in here that relate to. We do that kind of stuff out here. Probably not to that extent, but we do stuff like that. There's people right now, there's all that around. Not the same scenario, but same dialogue out there. And this was written a long time ago. Things that relate. Cain and Abel. Two brothers that didn't like each other. One killed each other. Betrayal, you see that a lot. Betrayal. There's a lot of that. Your brother could be the one that could be your closest friend. And I talk about right there on the laws of power. Don't put too much trust in friends. Put trust, but not too much. That's what it says. Do not put too much trust in friends. Just hold information that is critical. Hold it. Don't explore it. Don't confess it to your so-called friend, because they're gonna use it against you, and they're gonna have the advantage. So David, he had a son with Bathsheba named Solomon. And now Solomon was the wisest, richest, most powerful king in those days. I mean, this guy was the wisest. Solomon was the wisest. And like I said, I'm not trying to get biblical, but it's going to watch. It's going to all relate to times right now. So Solomon was a powerful king, the most wisest. He had riches. He had 70 women, like 30 wives and like 40 concubines. Those that don't know what concubines are, is pretty much like a mistress right now, a side chick. Yeah, it's like a side chick. And that became his downfall. But before that, he was wise. He was the wisest. He was a judge. I mean, there's a story in here how he decided. Man, it's a powerful story. So he decided, he was a judge on two mothers that were fighting for their son. So real quick, there was two mothers that had that gave birth to a son the same time. Well, one died. One of the mother's son died. So the mother went and stole the son from the other mother and started proclaiming that, no, this is my son. Her son died. So they took it to Solomon, which was he was the judge. So they were bickering, no, and they couldn't come up with nothing. So Solomon said, okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to cut the baby in half. You keep one half and you keep one half. So one of the mothers said, okay. But one of the mothers said, no, you know what, Judge? Go ahead. Let her keep it. Let her keep the baby. So that's how Solomon found out who was the real mother, which was the one that pleaded. Because the other one, she was like, okay, go ahead. Let them chop in half. Because no mother would ever let that happen to their son. So that's how wise he was, And he wrote the book of Proverbs, which is a good book. Read it one day. It's really good. Even the Ecclesiastic also, which I'm going to be kind of quoting things that he wrote in the book and kind of relating to times right now. So I wrote down some quotes from Ecclesiastics. And don't see this as religious. Don't think I'm right here preaching. Just see it as like I'm reading a self-help book, because it's pretty much like a self-help book. How to walk, how to carry yourself. So don't see it like I'm I'm just telling you stories. Just see whatever I'm telling you. Don't see it as biblical or anything. Don't see it as, just see it that, it's a dialogue. It's what's happening now. Things that are occurring now that are relatable. All right, so I'll get into a couple quotes that I wrote down that from here that King Solomon wrote, and I'm gonna kind of elaborate that relates to times right now. All right, so let's see. All right, here we go. So he has one where he says, so I don't know, I think when he wrote this, he was just writing down things he's been through and just putting all his wise like knowledge, just like all these self-help authors do. They just sit down and they just write down their wise knowledge. Machiavelli, the philosophers, all them, they just, that's the same way how he wrote it. That's how I see it, because he's giving you like a blueprint on how to achieve in life, and how you walk, your reputation, on how you speak, everything. You gotta really dig it, man. I digged it. So the first one is, go and humble yourself. Press your plea with your neighbor. Allow no sleep to your eyelids. Go and humble yourself. Press your plea with your neighbor. Allow no sleep to your eyelids. So that's like saying, don't go to sleep mad. I've been there. I've been like that. I go to sleep mad, and it's just, you wake up just thinking about that bullshit, and it just messes up you just start the day, you end the day jacked up, and you start the day jacked up if you go to sleep mad thinking about bullshit. Especially if it's, shit that, don't even relate to you or is not even true. That's, just forget about it. Try to just clear conscience before you, that's what it means. Before you allow no sleep to your eyelids. So saying, before you close your eyes at night, whatever bullshit you're hearing, just set it aside, man. Put that bullshit away. Wake up the next day, ready to go. Don't let fabricated stories or gossip fucking ruin your night, ruin your next day. Because you're just that's just gonna pounder. Even at night, you're gonna have trouble going to sleep if you just let that linger in your head. Just throw it aside. That's what he meant by that. The second one. Okay, so this one's good too. When will you get up from your sleep? A little sleep, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come to you like a bandit. That's good. That's good right there. A little sleep, a little folding of the hands to rest. Because, we all, when we get lazy, we just go like this. That pretty much means, being lazy. We ain't moving our hands or working or anything. We're just like this, sitting down. And he says, poverty will come to you like a bandit. You ain't doing nothing. Procrastination will kill you. What's that word? I forgot that word that, I forgot that word that we use when I was incarcerated that, stagnation. Stagnant. Being stagnant. That means not using your, just staying in one place, your brain, just one place. It's a silent killer. The same thing, procrastination. Procrastinating. It's a killer. It's a goal clean. It's a goal killer. It's a dream killer. It's a motivational killer. I mean, I guess, believe me, I got to practice what I preach sometimes. I could sometimes just TikTok for like an hour and I won't even know it. But I feel guilty. I'm like, fuck, man, like I could have did a lot in that hour besides watching these videos, these, you know, I mean, everybody, I'm sure I'm not the only one, you know, that's what he's saying. Don't, a little sleep, a little folding of the hands, and poverty will come in you like a bandit, and it will. Poverty will just will come and snatch all your goals. Your goal will start diminishing. Like I one of my first podcast episodes, I talked about when I got out. I had my books written already, but they weren't published, so I put them up in the closet. I said, well, I'm gonna get to them. I got a job. I started working. Good job, getting paid good, and doing my little thing. And little by little, I was forgetting about my books up there. My goal that I was gonna come out and get them published. That was my main goal. And little by little, they were disappearing. They were catching dust until I told myself, like, no, hey, remember what your goal was. And I did. I bought it down. I didn't care. I pretty much put everything to the side, and I started working on my book, published it, and now I got 4 beauties. It's the same way. Don't fold your hands on your goal. Don't take a rest. Keep going. Keep pushing. And if you think you succeed, go another step. Keep going. Keep going. Keep your brain moving. Keep it going, man. Exercise it. Here's another quote that relates to the same one I'm just talking about. Lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. Self-explanatory right there. Lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. Lazy hands, folding of the hands, not doing nothing, that's going to make you poor. But diligent hands, active hands, chasing your goal, it's going to bring you wealth. I'm talking about Solomon right here, who wrote this. Look how it just relates right now. Same thing what this book was written not too long ago, and it relates. Same wisdom. The man of integrity walks securely, but he who takes crooked paths will be found out. The man of integrity walks securely, but he who takes crooked paths will be found out. How true is that? When you walk with integrity, of yourself, with a good reputation, with no deceit, no lies. I don't want to say no enemies, but you don't have no enemies. Maybe people hate the way you walk, the way you're get down, but you don't have that. No, but when you walk with integrity, you could walk securely, head up, securely, like, I'm good. It's like me, I think I walk securely with integrity. I don't care where I'm at. I can go wherever I want. That's the way I walk. I have no fear. I'll put my location. I don't care. I don't care. I have no fear. I walk securely. My integrity's good. When you can walk securely, but he who takes crooked paths will be found out. Lies. How many times lies get discovered? Your lies, your deceit, you're gonna get discovered. Eventually. Everything gets exposed. Everything gets found out in the light. A lie is gonna, and then it's hard to keep up with the lie. So that's why it's gonna come out. So walk with integrity, and you have nothing to worry about. When words are many, lies is not absent, but he who holds his tongue is wise. When words are many, lies is not absent, but he who holds his tongue is wise. We talked about this. It's law 4 on the 48 laws of power. Always say less than necessary. There it is right there. And look how centuries back they are from each other. Bible and this one. Look how the centuries apart they are, and they talk about the same thing, just different. They're just said differently. Always say less than necessary. Right here, this one. When words are many, lies is not absent, but he who holds his tongue is wise. Same thing. You know, when people lie, they just start. The excuse just gets long and long. Oh, it's because of this. Oh, it's because of that. Oh, it's because of this and this, you know. And later down the line, they're going to stumble on that lie. Because it's a lie, so it's not true. So you're not going to remember it. You're not going to remember that lie. And so it's just better to just, say less. You know, those who hold his tongue is wise. I said this before, let your yeses be yeses and your noes be noes. You know, let your yes be yes and your noes, noes. That's how it should be. You know, did you? No. Yes. That's it. Get respect like that. All right. I don't know about this one. It's probably gonna hit a lot of people in the wrong way right here, especially females. I don't know. I think it's relatable. So he wrote, like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion. Like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion. Like a gold ring in a pig's snout. A gold ring in a pig's snout. So that's the nice jewelry on a pig is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion. So pretty much I believe in this, and guys I talk to, and I'm gonna give you females a little insight. Guys, we ain't really impressed with all that when you physically be looking real good, but once that you start speaking like with no manners, and it'll take away that beauty. Yeah, it's true. And I'm pretty sure it goes with men too. I ain't saying just females, men too, but I'm just giving you my aspect of it. And that's what it's saying right there. It's saying a gold ring on a pig's snout. So saying a gold ring is a beautiful woman, but with no discretion, it's a pig. Just saying and like I said, it's men and women. And it's true. It's true. We see it like that when they, person could be real beautiful, but then they start talking with no discretion, just speaking ugly, just nothing but drama and, all this. It just becomes less attractive. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates correction is stupid. And yeah, he put stupid in here. Yep. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates correction is stupid. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge. Discipline, when I was a kid, I didn't like discipline. I remember my dad used to, rest in peace, he used to try discipline. Well, he used to discipline me all the time when I'll do something, that was rightfully, a rightfully act that I needed to be disciplined. And I didn't like it. But now that I'm mature, I see it. I see it like he was just trying to make me, get me right. And right now also, you got to learn how to accept criticism, especially if you're in your job and somebody comes to you and tries to tell you or tells you how to do your job a little better, easier, and much easy. Take it. Take the knowledge. If the knowledge seems right, take it. Don't see it like, oh, trying to boss me around kind of thing. Those that accept knowledge are the ones that excel. I receive knowledge right now, not just from, I receive it from anybody. I could receive knowledge from a homeless person. I stay learning. You gotta stay learning. You gotta stay observing what people say or rightful knowledge. Now there's some people that would just say stuff, just try to like downgrade you, but you know the difference. But those you just whatever. One ear out the other. But when it's constructive criticism, good knowledge, absorb it, man. Apply it. And you got to look at the person also like, okay, he or she is successful, so that person knows what they're talking about. It's just like, I don't know, I have this thing, like a personal trainer. Like, if I look at the personal trainer, if someone's trying to teach me how to do a workout and I look at their physicality and they're like, they don't show results, I'm like, I don't know. How could you be, teaching when you don't even, look the part? I don't know. That's me. I mean, practice what you preach. Show results. I'm more of a show results kind of guy. You show me, bam. If you're not successful and you're like trying to tell me how to go about things, that's you could give me your opinion, but like give me a blueprint. Like, nah, man. Like, look how you're at. Look where you're at. And that's not putting them down. That's just knowing what to observe and how to apply it. But he who hates correction is stupid. So, if you just like I said, if you don't, oh no, he's bossing me around kind of thing, then yeah, you ain't observing. You gotta stay at the same spot, man. Naive in the same spot. Instead of taking that knowledge and excelling wherever you're at. All right, pride only breeds quarrels, but wisdom is found in those that take advice. So pride only breeds quarrels, but wisdom is found in those who take advice. Pride, man, we all have it. Mexicans, especially us, we have it, man. Pride is, man, how many relationships we lost, friendships, opportunities because of our pride, because we didn't want to give in. Till this day, I have that pride, and I hate it. I hate it, man. Pride is good though. Pride, when it's applied well, it's good. But when you're too proud to say something or apologize or know when you're wrong, that's when it's bad. And it's hard. I don't know why that's hard, man. Pride, to put that to the side. It is. But we got to learn how to put that to the side, you know what I mean? We got to learn how to put that pride, man, and just, hey, it sounds right, then hey, you feel much better instead of holding all that pride and then you losing that good opportunity, whatever it might be. So pride only breeds quarrels, fights. Yeah, especially if your partner or anything. If both of you got pride, oh my God, it's World War III right there, man. But wisdom is found in those who take advice. Like I just talked about that one, taking advice, accepting your fault, your mistake. When I was incarcerated, that's one of the also in AA, Alcohol Anonymous, is first accepting what you are. Once you accept it, I was this, but now I'm good. I'm this. I'm positive. I got this job. Boom. We all have a past, man. So take advice, observe it. Here's a man's riches may ransom his life, but a poor man hears no threat. Yeah, man, you flossing out there? Flossing, hey, look what I got, look, this. There's somebody just already scheming for that. They already planning how to get to you, or how to get what you got, or how to get your property, whatever. You flossing, I mean, it's good. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, man. It's reality. I mean, you're probably saying like, oh man, I want to show people happy my success, and that's good. But there's a danger to that too. It's reality. People are watching. People who are trying to come up on an easy come up. There's like that. They're just lurking and waiting. And if you don't got that kind of background, it's gonna get done. That's why it sucks. I know it sucks, because you wanna show your brand new toys, your success. I get it. But you could do that, but amongst, with yourself. But just, be careful, man. And he talks about that. It may ransom your life, your riches. But a poor man hears no threat. So poor man, it could be like an average person. Not an average person. I don't like using that shit, like average or rich. It don't matter, man. If you bleed the same, there shouldn't be no rich or average person. You guys got the same qualities. All this person did was hustle more than you. So just saying a person a regular person who don't expose his success and toys and whatnot, he hears no threat because he ain't exposing it. It's reality. It sucks. I know, man. It sucks, but that's how we gotta live. I'm pretty sure somebody knows somebody who got jacked before, got robbed before, exposed too much. Rims on a car, I seen them blocks. So I'm just giving it out to you guys. Take it how you want, but this is written centuries ago and how it relates right now. All right. Each heart knows its own bitterness, and no one else can share its joy. Each heart knows its own bitterness, and no one else can share its joy. So you know your heart, man. That's just saying, like, you know how you are inside, like, and no one can share that, how you feel in your heart. So just saying, it knows your own bitterness. You know your own bitterness. You know your own strength. So and you know your joy. So it's good. Just just keep it right there in your heart. Don't expose. Don't I mean, you see unfortunate people who don't got it like you. You start saying stuff, and it's gonna affect them, man. Sometimes it's good to just humble yourself and just keep it to yourself. That's what that one is. He who walks with the wise grows wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm. It's the same one we talked about, reputation. He who walks with the wise grows wise. So like us right here, we're communicating. The Orti, intelligent circle, bam, bam, we sharpen each other. The same way. You gotta surround yourself with good people who are gonna encourage you, who are gonna motivate you, regardless how your dream sounds or how far-fetched it may seem. You want that. You want to hear it. You want to hear people, yeah, hey man, you can do it. And I said this quote a few times, and they use it a lot too. I heard it at a graduation that, tell me who your friends are and I could tell you the type of person you are. Man, that's the truth right there. That's the truth. Tell me who your friends are and I could tell you the type of person you are. That's the truth, man. But a companion of fools suffers harm. Yeah, you're around fools, man. Gossipers. Just people that are negative. It's gonna get you. You're gonna suffer harm. Yeah. Pasó. Good. Little intro right there. All right, here's another one. Here's a good one. A quick-tempered man does foolish things. A quick-tempered man or woman does foolish things. True, man. When you act rationally, you're gonna make bad decisions. When you act out of anger, you're gonna make bad decisions. It's never good when you're acting rash. I mean, part of my mistakes were out of anger, out of not thinking straight. When you act out of anger, it's your all your principles, all your rationalities out the door. You're just acting out of anger. You gotta have that discipline, like it says right here. Discipline yourself. Discipline. I know sometimes it's hard. You want to react. You want to say something back, but you got to have that restraint. And I bet you maybe the next day or a few hours later, you're going to thank yourself like, you know what? I'm glad I didn't react to that shit. I didn't add to that drama, or I didn't let that person's drama control me. Because they control you. If they say something about you and you react, they got you. They're controlling you. They got you in a puppet on a string. You got to have that discipline. Regardless what they say. Just, in any aspect in life, you got to just, you got to have that restraint. You got to have that discipline to not act rationally. Don't react with your temper. Have that discipline. I wish, like I said, I wish back in my days, we had the podcast, man, and, I would have heard this, and, man, I don't know, maybe my life would have, because I always been I always accepted knowledge, good knowledge when I was young. Even when I was out there running around, I always accepted knowledge. So I think if I would have heard something like this, my decisions would have been more accurate, more mental, thoughtful. I would have been more careful. But we all whatever we go through is it's you got to understand that it's your purpose and that it's not over wherever you may be, whatever downfall, whatever obstacle. I say this a lot, that even relationships, like if it was taken away or it was there was some cheating involved, then be happy about it, because it took away that bullshit from you. It took away that hardship for you. You know, be happy about it. Be happy about decisions. You know, whenever you get laid off from a job for no reason, then you know that there was a purpose for it. Okay, that means there's another door open for me somewhere. And that's how you gotta approach life. It's hard to, I know it's difficult to see it like that during those times, because we always ask why this, why that, you know. Instead of asking why, just be like, okay, there's a reason why I was laid off, or why, you know, this was taken away from me. Now, that's how I seen it when I got incarcerated. Okay, now that I'm here, I know there's a purpose. What can I do? Let me search for it. And maybe I'm still searching right now, you know, and I am. I'm still going with this podcast, everything, you know, I was blessed with, my books, everything. I'm still going. I know there's a bigger purpose in life for me. And that's how you got to see your life. You know, that it don't stop. Keep going, keep pushing, man. Keep chasing that dream, that blessing. Oh. Yeah, but so yeah, that's right. All that what I just read, that's all from the book, the good book, the Bible. Centuries ago. How does that all this don't relate right now? Relates to right now. And this was written long time ago, centuries. And it relates right now. The only book right here that's been centuries, that's the most published book in the whole world, still relevant after centuries. There ain't no book like that. Look at Harry Potter's already, like, nobody even reads that no more. Everybody has their run, but look at the Bible, still going. That's why you got to look at things like that. Like, okay, in anything, in any life, like anybody that approaches you, that talks to you, okay, what's your foundation? What's your credit to saying things? And if they could speak what they preach, then you got to accept it. Discipline. What about you, Jay? Did you read the Bible in there?
I read the Bible, yeah, bro, probably like twice.
Ah.
Yeah. I mean, throughout the whole 8 years, yeah. I had never read it before, never.
But you resort to it, right? You resort to it when
I
in
knew
trouble.
a lot of stories because I was Catholic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, when you're messing around, you lose sight of those things.
Yeah.
You know? But in there, a couple things happen where, like you said, it's kind of fate. It's your fate.
Yeah.
Your fate to grow spiritually, man. You need to grow spiritually, just like you need to be healthy physically and mentally.
Uh-huh.
You got to have a spiritual side. Whatever your God is that you believe in, whatever you believe in.
Man.
Right? Because there's different religion, different gods that people pray to. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe in the word of God. And
Yeah. But did you resort to it like here and there? Like, okay, I'm going through this trouble.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Like you say, you don't want to use the word scared, I think. But
No, people look at that as a downfall. They look at it as a weakness.
I don't care who you are.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I'll be honest, I did have a couple of times where I was a little scared or worried about, like you say, you know, things are going to happen and people die in those situations.
Yeah.
And it could have been me, it could have been somebody I know. I had cousins that were with me, friends that were with me at the same time in the same place. So, you know, people got to understand that there's a lot when a riot happens or something happens, a lot of things happen, man.
Yeah.
So, and you don't really got a choice. That's the choice you gave up when you got yourself in there, that you got to follow a certain lifestyle. And, you know, it's where it is.
People look down on it, man, but you know, it's wise.
Man,
it's
because
wise.
then you got to answer to your homies, you know. So
I never
you know,
like. Hey, I'm telling you, bro. Like I seen the hardest dude. I was like, I walked by his cell once, and I kind of got surprised. Like he was reading the Bible. Solid ass dude.
There's
like
a lot of wisdom there, man.
And he wasn't ashamed of it. He wasn't out in the day room like, no. In his own private time, he was reading
it. To connect with
and
God,
he was
man.
like, this keeps me sane.
And honestly, the main reason that I made it through that a better person is because of the Bible and growing spiritually.
Yeah, man.
Reading. And of course my family, but that wasn't the main reason. Because my family wasn't in there with me. You know, a couple cousins and stuff, but reading and going to church, man. And, I got baptized Christian in there.
Oh, did you?
Played in the Christian band.
Right.
And
that's what's
of course, I'm not going to preach like you say because I'm not a hypocrite.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that I got my flaws, and I know that we all fall short of the glory of God. So we're all going to be sinners always.
Yeah, man.
But I make my peace with God every night. You know what I mean? Before I go to sleep. I'm honest about my mistakes and my sins and where I was mean and where I could have been better.
Yep.
And it's still with me today. I can't go to sleep if I don't pray. If I don't read. If I don't,
that's what it's saying right there. Like,
and that comes from being in there because I didn't do that before.
That's what it's saying right there. Like, don't let your eyelids close without, don't go to sleep, man. But so hey, thanks for watching, man. I see a lot of ¿por qué no hablas español? Oh, man. I'll try, pero I know Spanglish, pero voy a intentar hacer un episode en español pero dime, ¿qué quieres que diga? ¿Qué quieres que diga en español? Y ahí la hacemos. Jay me ayuda. Lo que quieres, lo que hablo es positivo, todo, en cómo seguir adelante. En la vida, en trabajo, en amistades. Y ese es el podcast. Who is it, Roger? Roger, hey, dime lo que sea. Aquí estoy los lunes a las 3. Hey, si tienes una pregunta, ahí la pongo en español, lo que sea. Y sí, voy a intentar más a hablar en español. Porque yo sé que hay muchas personas también así. Oh, my primo, friends. Hey, thank you guys, man. Thank you, man. If you guys got something to relate about this episode or anything, a book, a white coat, hey, man, feel free to send me a DM or right here. Just, let's help each other out, man. That's what it's all about, man. Just intellectual circle, the Orti, man. I appreciate all of you guys, man, for listening, for just, staying on, man, staying tuned. And we're going to get this bigger, man. Hopefully it gets bigger and bigger until everybody, we get the good message and we have a good following. You guys could, I know it's difficult sometimes. You don't want me to throw you on blast and all that. Believe me, I know, man, like this, I'm scared out of my mind sometimes right here by myself. You know what I mean? That's why sometimes I resort to Jay. But hey, man, it's all right, man. Just tell me. I won't even expose your name. I'll just boom, whatever, man. But just, hey, man, I know there's something you want to ask or something about I'm reading or an experience, something I'm saying that you went through. I want to hear it, man. Let's hear it. Let's narrate it and expose it, man, So thanks again, man. I'll be here Mondays. You already know, 3 p.m. The Orti. Follow the Orti on Facebook, TikTok, on Instagram. Follow me, man. I'm gonna be posting more stuff, more wise knowledge stuff that I come across, books. Make it grow now, man. Gotta stay dedicated, man, because I believe this is a good message, positive message, man. Follow MT Radio, everybody, man. There's a good support system here, a good team, man. So thank you again, man. I'll see you guys.